So, best I can tell, people who are even remotely anti abortion fall into one of two camps. And these camps approach things from almost opposite, but also equally wrong perspectives. And it really seems as if everyone is in one of these two camps. And it's infuriating because they're both wrong. So I'm going to lay it out for you. So, first, there's the conservatives, the Christians, who say things like, "Well, it's back to the states where it belongs, and thank God that Oklahoma can't tell California what to do, or California can't tell Oklahoma what to do, or whatever." And that's not correct. Okay, we're talking about human beings having the right to their own lives. That's not a state's issue because you're a human no matter what state you're in. And that goes for geographic state and also state of human development in utero. You are a human. And a state does not have the right to tell human beings that they don't have the right to their own lives, that they're not fully human, or human enough, or human at all. Now, I celebrated when Roe fell because it was an important and necessary first step, but it was just a first step. Roe had to fall in order to work towards a national abortion ban, because while Roe was in place, you could not restrict abortion at all in the first trimester. So it was just a first step. It was not in game. Right now we have 9 states plus DC who say abortion on demand, all 9 months, no apologies. That's not in game for me, okay? That's not acceptable. That is a human rights violation. And I'm not going to solve it by just moving to another state. Then there's the second group, okay? And these people, they want a national abortion ban. So do I. They want the national abortion ban yesterday, though. And so do I. But these people, they want the national abortion ban, and they want it yesterday. And they sit around and mock people who are willing to compromise to get there. They sit around and mock people who worry about little things like winning elections. They sit around and mock people who are willing to vote for candidates who aren't perfectly anti-abortion. They sit up there on their freaking high horse and bitch and whine on social media while doing absolutely nothing to affect real change. Because unless you're willing to burn it all down right now, and I'm not advocating for anything, I'm just saying, unless you're willing to burn it all down right now, the way to affect change is incrementally, over time, through changing culture in tandem with changing laws. And that requires winning elections. Okay, so you shouldn't be out here scoffing at the idea of scoring political points or winning elections. Because what are you doing? Incremental change is better than no change. And if you have to look at it as voting for the lesser of two evils, then look at it that way and frickin' swallow it. Because voting for the lesser of two evils, choosing the lesser of two evils, is better than doing nothing. Babies are already dying. You have the option to vote for the person who's going to mitigate that, or at least allow it to stay mitigated. Vote for the person who's going to leave it at the states, or vote for the person who wants to codify Roe, which means more and more abortions. And this goes beyond the presidential election. This goes down to local elections as well. You have the choice. Because right now, the anti-abortion position, completely ban, is not popular. It's not going to an election. So if we're talking about affecting change legally, you tell me what you propose. Or you just want to sit around and mock people. And to be really clear, compromise does not mean the compromise you settle on is set in stone and that's in game. I just said that Roe falling was an important first step, but it was just it was just a step. It wasn't in game. So you celebrate these little wins. You work towards these little wins. Is it perfect? No. Would it be great if we had a bunch of conservative Christian anti-abortion candidates to put up all over the nation and have them win? Yeah, that'd be super, but that's not the reality. So you take the wins where you can get them, because that is the only way you're going to ever be able to change laws. And also, we need to be changing culture. It's so infuriating. Compromise is not a dirty word as long as you don't stop at the compromise. You compromise while keeping your end goal in mind. You play smart. Who are you to denigrate people who want to play the game smart? Because babies are already dying. So you sitting here and bitching about it isn't going to change that. What are you actually going to do to change it.